Hello, friends. Welcome to 2026. Happy New Year. Let's kick the year off right. This is going to be an amazing year for our economy, artificial intelligence, and medicine. That's what today's paper is all about. So we're looking at 11 clinical trials that will shape the medicine in 2026. Beautiful paper coming to us from Nature Medicine, published in December 2025. Fantastic work. You know, when I read it, I was moved. Not to tears, no, this is a scientific paper, but I'm just so inspired for our future. This is amazing work that's happening. So let's take a quick look at these 11 clinical trials that will shape the medicine in 2026. Nature Medicine asked leading researchers to name their top clinical trials. So let's take a close look at them. And of course, the link to this paper will be down in the description. Take a look, take a read for yourself. I'm just giving you a brief overview of this work. So these are 11 trials. First one is researchers are testing in a clinical trial long-acting antibodies against HIV. And this is a new kind of HIV treatment that uses long-acting antibodies instead of a daily pill. So my understanding right now, HIV is relatively well controlled, but you must take a daily pill. What happens if you go on vacation and forget the box of pills? Are you gonna die? I'm not sure, but a long-acting antibody just sounds so much better, and I applaud the researchers on doing this work. Second trial is for long-acting COVID, and there scientists decided to test multiple different drug combinations for long COVID, and looks like the trial is now complete. The analysis finished and the manuscript has been submitted. We're planning to present the results later this year in Boston and publish them in 2026. Very cool. Look for data from Dr. Emma Wall. Would be very interesting if you or someone you know is suffering from long COVID. Always do your own homework, even when doctors are helping you. Next trial is developing dual Lassa and rabies vaccine. Now, I don't know how much you know about Lassa fever. I didn't. But then I read a couple of books that deal with Ebola, and Lassa fever is frequently mentioned. It's nasty. WHO estimates 100 to 300,000 infections and about 5,000 deaths each year. But as this article mentions, and as I read previously, these numbers are likely very, very underestimated, and the number of deaths is much higher because we simply don't know about remote villages in Africa. An entire village might die and nobody knows. So the numbers are likely higher. It's very awesome that this research is being conducted. And also USA considers Lassa fever a Category A agent, a major bioterrorism threat, as it lacks approved vaccines and treatments. Very, very important clinical trial. All of this happening in 26. Told you it's going to be an awesome year. The three Greek gods attack heart disease. It's actually 3 clinical trials. One is called Zeus, the other Hermes, and Artemis. And what they're doing is they're using fully human monoclonal antibody treatment that targets IL-6. Okay, great. It's another clinical trial for heart disease. And if you or someone you know has that problem, read this paper. Might be some eye-opening data there. There's another trial in pancreatic cancer. Now, that's a very nasty cancer, very difficult to fight. And this trial is looking to treat it with something far more acceptable, I would say, than chemotherapy. Fantastic. Next one is Never heard about this disease. Myasthenia gravis. It's a chronic autoimmune disease that interferes with the communication between nerves and muscles, leading to weakness and fatigue. Fantastic. This is great. Please, whoever is suffering from this disease, there is new clinical trial that's going on with using mRNA to treat it. We live in amazing times. iPhone 17, 18, 19, whatever, it's the hot iPhone now, but also we're understanding disease and its origins much, much better. This is so inspiring for me, especially in the early days of January 2026. This is a fantastic outlook forward. Next trial is fighting extremely rare disease. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. The CGD is a rare inherited immune disorder in which certain white blood cells, specifically phagocytes, cannot effectively kill specific bacteria and fungi. So your immune system is unable to kill some bacteria and some of the funguses. It sounds really awful. Thank God it's a very rare disease. Now, in this trial, the researchers are using patients' own stem cells to correct defective gene and then perform reinfusion. That's really cool. The only problem is CGD is rare, affecting about 1,000 US individuals, and only about 200 of them are the targeted subtype for this trial. There is no commercial opportunity with 250 of us having this out of 400 million citizens. I don't know what company would pay for this, but I applaud the researchers on working with the United States Food and Drug Administration to bring this potentially transformative therapy to patients in need. Next one has to do with metastatic breast cancer. They're looks like at later stage breast cancers where many other things have been tried, and the researchers are combining this BRIA-IMT treatment with an immune checkpoint inhibitor, and that could possibly extend the overall survival compared to standard chemotherapy. Very cool. Keep up the good fight. Please work faster. There was one of my mentors when he learned that I'm doing some anti-cancer research. He leaned next to my ear and said, "Work faster." Past 6 months after that, he passed away from lung cancer. I tried. These guys are trying. We're going to win. We're going to win the battle. 2026 is looking good. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I believe it will happen. Next one is actually my favorite of the bunch. I could read this whole thing for you. Not that long, but I'll skip it. Download the paper, read it for yourself. Inhaling better brain function. So Dr. Jeffrey Weiss and his team, they were working in 2010s on stem cell injections for eye disease. And what they noticed is patients treated for eye disease with stem cell injections, in some cases, got up from their wheelchairs and walked. Wow. So they launched this clinical trial where they draw bone marrow from the hip, process it, and reintroduce it intravenously and through the nose, where cells may migrate into the brain. Many patients report improvements within weeks, sometimes even next day. Very cool. So improvement in cognitive and brain function days, next day after stem cell injection. This is fantastic. I don't know how much of this the scientific community understands. I certainly understand very little. It's also not my field. I'm just applauding the researchers on amazing work. Keep it up. This is great. By the time I'm old and sick, I could use some of this. So thanks, guys. And finally, there's a new cholesterol target, offers hope for heart patients. So another focused therapy treating atherosclerosis, heart attacks, and strokes. Amazing 11 clinical trials of 2026. I applaud the researchers for their fantastic work. Keep it up. 2026 is going to be awesome. See you guys in the next one. Peace.